All right, everyone, this video is about pictures and clip art and how we can manipulate them. So if we want to put anything into our document, a good bet is to go to our Insert tab up here. So we can insert lots of different types of things. We're going to start by inserting an online picture. Now, this used to be called clip art. It is now called online pictures because they're taking them from the internet. If you insert a picture, you're going to have to find it in your computer. So if you have a picture downloaded and you want to insert it, that's how you would do that. But we're going to be working with online pictures, and we are going to look for a picture of a, I don't know, cat. So we're just going to type in cat, and we're going to find cute little pictures of cats here. Perfect. All right. You can see that this right here is our credit. So because we took it from the internet, it's going to credit the source that it got. However, it is Creative Commons, and we are a school, so we can go ahead and delete that if we want to. And hey, oh man, oh, what a pretty kitty. But I want the kitty to be on the right-hand side. How do I do that? Well, right now, I can only move this picture within my text. So I have no text, which means I can't really move it. If I had other text, I could move it somewhere in there, right? I can move it between my text. But I want to make this a floating object. A floating object means that you can move it wherever you want, and then it will follow the rules that it is assigned. So to do that, I'm going to click on this Layout Options button next to my picture, and I'm going to have some choices here. So right now it's in line with text. We want to wrap that text, and you can do it whatever way you want. I am going to pick tight. That means that the text will appear around it tightly, so I can, put it in all sorts of places. I just want it over here for now. But you can see I have much more freedom when I am moving it. If I want to resize this picture, it's too big, I want it to be smaller, I have a couple of options. Of course, I can click the handle and just drag it manually. But let's say I want it to be a specific size. I can right-click it, size and position right here, and then I can click right here what I want the size to be. If I just type in 1, and then this one will change down here as well to keep it in scale. That's this button right here, this aspect ratio. So because I changed it here, it's going to change here as well to make sure that it looks the same. If I take that off, right, I'm going back to size and position, I don't lock the aspect ratio. I want it to be 1 inch by 1 inch. Well, you can do it. It looks a little squished though. So the reason that aspect ratio is on by default is so that it doesn't look squished. All right. All right, I have my document right here. I'm ready to share it with the world, except for one thing. I want to change this title here, make it more interesting, and I just want to be able to manipulate it just like a picture, so I'm going to change it into word art. So word art is actually on the Insert tab as well. My word art button is right here. It's a little small, but it's the sideways A. Your word art button might be bigger, and it might say word art underneath it. That's fine. That just has to do with the resolution on your computer. So I'm going to click this word art button, and I'm going to pick which word art I want. Let's say I want this one again. Now, this changes it basically into a movable object, just like before, right? It's a floating object, and we can change the layout as well, just like with a picture. We can do a couple different things with word art. Let's say I want to change the text effects of it, just like we kind of did before, but we can do more with it now. So I want it to be, whoa, look at that, so cool. You can play around with these. We're going to ask you to use some specific ones. Just remember that if you hover your mouse over them, you can see what they are labeled. I'm going to put that one back to normal. And then there's this button down here, transform. Remember that these will just change the way it looks as well in a different way. So I'm going to make it like this. Oh, there we go. And now I'm ready to share my favorite kitties with the world.